Hi everyone. I'm I'm so good setup. Where is it? That's the range. It should be right here. Oh, I was like, there it is. Hi everyone. I'm a little late today because we went laundrying again. We have so many clothes we can't hang them all in the lines that we have. We dried them, but we keep them a little damp dry because I get scared every time that I put my clothes into those dryers because I'm afraid it'll shrink even smaller. Poor mom. She has no clue that it's on right now. I should remind her. If I was, if no, she once she heard my TV, she's like, oh yeah. Oh, back with the Todoroki hair, but she added some stars on it. It's always those two guys, and I have no idea who they are, but I'm sure they're probably important. I actually have a Prime in the refrigerator because right across the street from the laundromat we go to, there's a 7-Eleven right across from it. So I was like, I'm still getting a Prime. But never drink Prime for Logan Paul. I drink it for show speed. Is the green shirt guy here this time? Because he was, to my surprise, he wasn't at Backlash, the last pay-per-view, and people were like, whoa, where's the green shirt guy? Because he's always there, but not that time. I mean, Frank, I mean, I mean, I don't really care that much per se, but it's like, strange to just not see him at a pay-per-view. Aw. My mommy's enthusiasm can be cute sometimes. Well, he's there this time. That didn't take long. That didn't take long for me to spot out. He's there this time. So why is the green shirt guy here this time, but at Backlash he wasn't? That's like, strange to me. That's a lie. Every old person drinks coffee. I don't care if I'm stereotyping, it's true. Hi there. We just been spending the whole day at the laundromat, per usual. We go there almost like, maybe like three times a week. Yeah, with our laundry machine broken, it's been like very hard. But at the same time, I grown very fond of the laundromat. It was just an annoying day today because there were some kids who was throwing candy in our laundry basket because they thought it it was a garbage pail, and I kept saying no, not in here. But it was the mom's fault for not even paying attention. Like, I'm a babysitter, so I deal with that kind of shit all the time where kids, do stupid crap all the time, but yeah, the mom was in there and she was too busy, trying to find a washing machine to look for her kids, and they were fighting over candy the whole time. And I'm like, you left your kids alone with candy? That's never a good thing. And she had two of them. And in my opinion, if you're gonna fight for candy, at least fight for a good one. They fight it over. They fight it over Pez. Like, I like Pez too, but only just to get a taste of flavor in my mouth, not to fight over. But I get it because Pez was the go-to candy for kids. But usually for me, I only ate it around Easter time because that was the only time I ever get those little Pez dispensers. But still. It's just so low on my TV. Like, my TV is on 40 right now, and it's still low as fuck. But watch later on during the show, the volume will increase. Stupid. I sound weird. Hi, Chief. Yes. Fighting over candy is odd. Not if you're 4 or 5 like those kids were when at the laundromat. If you're brother and sister and you fight for candy, then that's a fight to the death if you're that age. But Pez of all things, no, I would not. I don't care. If I can't really, justify that. But I would not fight over candy if I was. I would not fight over Pez if I was 5 years old. Because even at that age, I never thought Pez was that good. I would literally only eat it around Easter time because that's the only time I would get dispensers. My mom's TV's a little more ahead. I'm here for John Cena. No, you ain't. You here for our truth. This is my channel, so I tell you who you root for. I'm just playing. The help of personality. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Cause I sing your song, don't mean I like you. And you see Jay Should, he's got Mona Lisa. Oh, you're singing the wrong ass lyrics, Ma. I was like, Mona Lisa. Yeah. At least I think, I don't know the first part. I always remember the last part of Cult of Personality, but not the first part, so I don't know actually, so maybe I'm wrong.
You should expect this to be April. And on Breaker, set over the top rope as well as Punk and Sami Zayn on fire.
Hey, you don't even know Truth? How is that? Truth was around at the same time as John Cena, but the thing is, John Cena came out a little earlier, like around 2004 or 5-ish. Maybe sooner than that, but at the age where I was like able to understand wrestling, like, you know, to when my sight was cleared, I saw John Cena all the way from 2008 to now. But same with our Truth. I saw him around like 2007, 2008. Like, my goodness. Oh, it's possible jumping over a tape.
World's most precious resource.
Just don't be like JD and backflip over them. Yeah, see, I was right. He definitely came out sooner. I was sure of that. It's just that I wasn't sure what specific time. But that's the year I was born, 2001. So he came out the year I was born. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't remember that time. But once I like, you know, able to walk and talk and stuff, it was 2005 where I started to get associated with John Cena. I don't remember him. I stopped watching 2011. Remember? Dude, that's when our Truth was like, you know, was peak. Huh? Yes, I'm hungry. Hey, that was like, you know, the peak moment of our Truth, if I can remember right. Wasn't he teaming up with Goldust at that time? Or am I thinking like 2014-ish?
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Why would I use Sims to have my eating as delivered to my door? I love pharmacy lines.
Why would I use genetically proven ingredients to regrow my hair from heads? I love wearing hats 24/7.
Why would I choose weight loss treatment I can afford through Hims? I love selling off my prized possessions.
I gotta get my dinner.
Why wouldn't I get high quality care?
Are there gonna be surprise matches? No, sir. Everything is noted. Everything is printed the way it is. There's no surprises. Like, I'm not too keen on the idea that Cody Rhodes will return here, but if he does that, then that's a surprise. But as for matches, that's a surprise. There's no surprise matches.
99% APR financing for a full 60 months on a powerful new Tundra.
Your summer starts here. That just keeps on.
It's televised underground match, so
Let's go places.
It's your time to push your limits. U.S. Army Reserve.
I usually watch UFC or boxing. I don't know WWE a lot. That's fine. There's a huge difference though. And I wouldn't know much about UFC, but I will say I am hype about O'Malley's fight that's coming up like in 2 weeks. That's like the only UFC fighter I know by heart, O'Malley, because he is hot as fuck to me. And I love his hair, it just changes colors from pink to blue.
Ward Breaker beat Sami Zayn at SummerSlam last year to win the Intercontinental Championship. Ward Breaker is an absolute badass, and he's an absolute dog through and through, which is why Seth and
Me and my brother are about to eat dinner. Randy been gone for a week, I'm not sure if he's back live. Yeah, you're right about that, but I doubt he's coming here. Oh, thanks, Mommy, but I had to go back out there anyway to get my prime. So, yeah. Didn't he lose his last match? I don't remember. You would think that since I know O'Malley, I would know which fights he lost and won at, but I don't. I'm just literally obligated to watch UFC sometimes because my brother's like, yo, let's watch the UFC match as a family, and I'm like, all right, and whatever. I watch guys punch each other all the time, so I might as well watch and the alternative kind. I got it. I'm just gonna get my drink then. Yes, I got the trash juice right here. I'm drinking a bottle of show speed, not Logan Paul. Well, Sami Zayn saved the match, so that's something. Logan Paul's not even classy enough to drink the right flavor. He has to drink only the flavors he's promoting, not his favorite like me, which is cherry freeze.
Zayn out with Breaker outside. Up the top. Oh, no! Shawn takes out Breaker. Sami taking over.
Who's winning? Well, in this moment, it looks like Sami Zayn and CM Punk are winning.
Precious resource.
I gotta wait a little bit to take a bite out of this because it is smoking hot. And call me weird all you want, but I do not eat food when it's piping hot. I usually wait for it to get a little room temperature and then I eat it. But that food is good. I can't wait till it's cooled down.
Eczema isn't always obvious. Eczema isn't always red. But now,
You eating good yellow rice and chicken? Nah, I'm eating yellow rice and ribs.
Eclipse is a once-monthly treatment to help those with moderate to severe eczema find real itch relief and
Girl
real
dinner.
results.
Girl
Black skin
dinner.
that's still more clear at 1 year. Don't use if you're allergic to outlets.
Yeah, cause
Allergic reactions can occur that can be
that food's gonna be so good because I didn't eat anything because all I had to eat today was when I told you I went across the street from the laundromat to 7-Eleven and all I had was the pizza. I don't care what anyone says. I love 7-Eleven pizza.
Clearly, it's possible.
Ever since my eldest brother who doesn't live with us anymore, he bought it for me like, when I was like maybe 11. He bought it just out on the whim because he had a job at Quiznos at the time and there was a 7-Eleven next to the Quiznos and he bought it for me and he's like, it's fine. But I don't really like it, but maybe it would taste better if you heat it up because 7-Eleven it heats up foods but only keeps it warm. It don't have it hot in the microwave, so that's why. But he's like, maybe if you heat it up. Maybe if you heat it up it might taste good, and to my surprise it did. Are you looking forward to John Cena R-Truth? Yeah, I think everyone is. I can eat that in 1 minute, just kidding. I mean, technically I can too, but since right now I'm waiting for it to get cold. I mean, not cold, but you know what I mean, just like, so it won't burn off my tongue temperature. But my brother's definitely going to beat me first. I love 7-Eleven food too. Yeah, some things on the menu are fine. Because my brother got a chicken sandwich from 7-Eleven and I got pizza.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Sherwin-Williams and transform your space with color. Get 30% off paints and stains.
One thing that I wish that I could have bought that I forgot to buy at the time over there. I wish I could have bought sugar cookies. I love 7-Eleven sugar cookies like so much. But I just didn't get the reason I didn't get it at the 7-Eleven next to the laundromat was because, I don't know, it just looked crumbly and hard, and I was like, ew, no, I do not like the looks of that, so that's why. But otherwise, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I mean, I could have just went for a chocolate chip cookie, but I don't like them as much as sugar cookies. I think it's mainly because chunky chocolate chip cookies turn me off because chocolate can make your mouth tired after a while. So I don't like too much chocolate in everything, especially cookies that can have sometimes big chunks or little chunks or a lot of little chunks that just might as well be a big chunk. Yeah. I got those before the gingerbread cookies. I know there's gingerbread cookies over there, but I only eat gingerbread on Christmas time, so. Hi, Freshly.
Breaker looking to use his power. Sammy slips underneath again. Sammy gonna walk the tightrope. Oh! What a DDT by Sami Zayn, who's fired up here tonight.
Encore!
Sammy has his opportunity to end this. Yeah, looking for the Haluva kick. It's Seth Rollins again. Getting involved. CM Punk said no way. He takes
Not that guy in the audience that has the "We Are Awful People" sign. Yes, we are awful people.
He's setting up for a kick. It's not good. Looking for the Haluva kick. It's not great.
Yeah! What I say? The nigga back! He back!
Oh. Somebody back. Oh, Roman Reigns. I can assume that's why. Yes. Oh, Bronson Reed. That's what he was talking about?
Nigga Bronson back. Ain't he with them?
Yeah, he with them.
That's crazy.
Bronson Reed back? What is this? Everyone's so backwards in WWE now. And this is what I get for having a TV that's late. What is Bronson Reed doing here? The only reason I never mentioned Bronson Reed in the past was because there was no return date set for him, but I can see why they did, because that's pretty surprising. I think. Look, I know most of your TVs are ahead of mine, so don't spoil anything for me.
Be kidding me. Of course.
I don't get it. It's like Seth Rollins can attack people in the past, but then be friends with them. Can I have Seth Rollins powers where I can make people who used to hate me instantly love me just because I shake hands with them? Oh boy. Back to talking to y'all. Chunky chocolate chip cookie is a tongue twister, yes.
I knew that nigga was coming back, and I knew he was gonna be.
I never said he wasn't coming back.
I'm not fucking shut up. I'm just saying, I said it before, I knew he was gonna come back and be with Seth.
I thought he would.
I knew it. It just doesn't make sense yet because we don't know the story, but I knew it.
Yes, it don't. But yeah, that's why. I know, I see it. That's the point I always keep making. Nothing ever makes sense in this Seth Rollins story because, like, you know, the last time we saw Bronson Reed, it was in War Games, and he was helping the old bloodline, the 2.0 bloodline, but before that, he was feuding with Seth Rollins, so I don't get it.
How Bronson Reed factors into this new group, but I am here with Chelsea Green and her secret hermit.
I have risen from ashes.
An eagle or a phoenix?
I was in mourning, but now...
Is that an eagle or a phoenix?
Saturday night main event to be expected. Guess what? The votes are in, Kathy. And after I beat Selena on a second term as the greatest, first ever, longest reigning, most dangerous United States women's champion. Thank you for your service.
Well, I'd rather have you as president than the person who's running it now.
Losing her voice. I do believe she'll always be able to talk no matter what she's battling. And tonight, she's looking to get her title back.
This only contest is set for one fall, and it is for the Women's United States Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, being accompanied by the secret hermit, the Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green.
She's been wearing black as of late and mourning for losing the United States Championship. But tonight she comes out, decked out in some red, white, blue. It seems like she already believes that her second term has begun.
But I will say I don't like that. I don't like that yellow in that petticoat. I just don't like the color. It should just be bright yellow, not tan.
Saturday night's main event is presented by Dude Whites. That's clean, pants down. They're telling us to rise.
Well, that's nice of you to say, Presley, because honestly, I know plenty of other watch-alongs who could actually show the show and not get copyrighted, but YouTube is not biased to those with low-ass subscribers like me. I'm not saying you're lowly, I'm just saying that a low amount of subscribers I have. Of course, nobody with double digit K subscribers don't have to deal with copyright issues. I mean, they do, but they don't get shit for it as that much. They get let off with warnings consistently. But for 1K subscribers like me, 1K subscriber channels, I have to watch everything I do, or else my video will be not only taken down, but possibly my channel could get blocked entirely. I gotta get the charger.
Introducing the most capable Honda you've ever dreamed of. All new Passport Transport. Built from limitless determination.
Financial planning helps you create a path to retirement. But that's only the beginning of what money can do. Your finances can be a force for good for the ones you love the most. Your next door neighbor, your next service project, and of course,
I said constantly.
at Thrivent, expert financial advice and generosity are at the heart of what we do to help you do more for the ones in your heart.
Nah, the algorithm is trash and it will always be trash because there's trash people in charge of the social algorithm now.
Obtenlo antes que despierte. Obtenlo tan rápido como una hora con Express Delivery. Cuando mamá dice, jefa, no quiero nada. Pero la verdad
Fucking Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
clientes existentes y nuevos pueden cambiar cualquier teléfono viejo y llevarse un iPhone 16 Pro por nuestra cuenta. Solo en Verizon. The perfect morning calls for the perfect ridiculously craveable pairing. Jimmy Dean griddle cakes. Your family's pancakey, sausagey, griddle cakey, sweet and savory favorite.
At Avis, we rent cars, unlike anyone else rents cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one plan. To make sure you keep yours.
My friend Kevin grew up streaming every day for 3 months. Huh. I've been doing this for almost like, half a year now? Or like half a year now? I've been doing this for like half a year now, and I'm still, I'm growing slowly but surely, but nobody blows up that quickly. And if they do, it's because they have better quality than I do. So I could imagine people with better quality than I do would blow up more likely than I.
A drink that hydrates better than water. Change the feeling.
Hi there. My favorite fast food is McDonald's
Hold up. It's got Hidden Valley Ranch
or Papa John's.
crispy, zesty, crunchy perfection. Hidden Valley Ranch. Always serious about flavor.
My dad keeps butts. Sometimes so tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, experience
Mine is part-time. Just babysitting kiddos, but even that could be tiring.
And on locationesp.com/WWE. That's in Los Angeles 2 weeks from tonight. But tonight, we're on the East Coast. This is Tampa, Florida, home to
But I just spare myself a little bit. By never babysitting newborn babies or any babies. I just babysit toddlers or at least 11 or 12-year-olds. Because I would never trust myself with a baby that's not a member of my family. Nobody's making me responsible for their baby. But toddler, they're a little bit independent, and they can learn to be independent with an independent person around them. So, that's the thing about toddlers. They can only be independent if you teach them the ways to be independent. And someone like me who encourages kids to, like, try to be as independent as they can so they can make it easier on their moms and dads. So I always try to do that much.
Crushing Punk. And Rollins just changed the game here in WWE. Again, turn him into a CM Punk cake, am I right? As Chelsea Green and her secret purpose await to be around her much. Very mouthy to her. We didn't stand up for Chelsea. Secret purpose certainly wanted us to pay our respects.
She is the Women's United States Champion, Zelina Vega!
Ladies and gentlemen, for only the third time in the history of Saturday night's main event, a women's championship will be on the line. The first was back at the very first Saturday night's main event. Wendy Richter knocking off the fabulous Moolah. And then earlier this year, Rhea Ripley beating Nia Jax. Tonight, Zelina Vega defending the United States
Really gonna
Championship against Chelsea
I drank so
Green.
much coffee throughout the day.
Emotional Zelina Vega in an interview with CBS Sports.
I had the option. I had the option to buy coffee. There's a Dunkin' too next to the 7-Eleven, next to the laundromat.
Reality has set in that it was no longer a dream, and after 15 years, Pat, of competing, she finally wins her first singles championship in WWE. Second ever United States champion. That's
But you're considered crazy. But you're considered crazy if you walk around with the coffee around the street.
first before you can be the longest reign. Chelsea Green quickly out of the box and taking the fight to Zelina Vega. Zelina beat Chelsea back at the end of April to win the United States Women's Championship. Zelina bounced off the top turnbuckle. Zelina Vega has a lot of pride in being the United States champion, as did Chelsea Green. Their secret purpose is obviously a numbers game here that Zelina's going to have to figure out. Zelina will now Chelsea Green in a kick out of two. Zelina has that Chelsea number. You mentioned it. Vega 4-0 against Green in singles matches in their career. Oh, a back elbow by Vega. United States champion. Nice taking Chelsea down the lap now. Chelsea in position. Zelina Vega to pay homage to her mentor, Rey Mysterio. Green moves out of harm's way and catches him with a slap. Chelsea Green much taller than Zelina Vega, so she's going to have to reach on her at all times. Vega fights for his loves being the underdog. She's learned a lot of course from Rey Mysterio, maybe the greatest underdog in history.
They found a third cut in Bronson Reed. Yep.
Flying first to the floor. A power bomb from Chelsea Green.
My brother said Bronson Reed a long ass time ago, but the thing is, I thought nothing of it because they didn't have a return date for him, but I can see why. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Zelina Vega's outfit is All Might from My Hero Academia. Yeah, she, aside from Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia is her favorites to cosplay in ring attire. So that's an All Might. That's an All Might inspired outfit. Makes sense. I mean, patriotic colors and all.
She won the championship here on Saturday night's main event at the end of the tournament. Covered now by Green for the title and a kick out.
But Chelsea Green looks like she's copying her, or like, they're copying off each other because they have the same colors in their outfits.
Vega will have to then a fight with Green now. Is dominating. He fight with him out fire outside the Get it because Chelsea Green is hurt. Zelina's our champion. Ooh. She's also on the back yet again. Chelsea Green in complete control.
Does it make sense for Bronson Reed to be the third guy he injured Seth Rollins? No, it doesn't make sense. It'll never make sense either. Nothing in this Seth Rollins story has made sense.
He's looking for destruction in that steel cage. He said somebody's leaving that thing ugly tonight. As only the body could. Zelina fighting back on Chelsea Green.
I want to buy you McDonald's, my favorite meal, but double quarter pounder. That's too much meat. If you're buying me McDonald's, buy me a 40-piece chicken nugget. buy me a 40p chicken nuggets, two hamburgers, and a large fries, and a drink, and I'll be happy.
The secret herb has actually told her to do that. It backfired quick. As Zelina Vega was looking for one thing that she could flip her mouth. She found it. Zelina trying to fight back in this.
I think on Uber Eats that like totals as $40.
Chelsea, how to be afraid of. We're going to pick up some momentum using her quickness. High speed affair is good for Zelina. Nice back suplex by Zelina Vega. Into a dip up now. And a chance going. Grenades take out Green. Zelina Vega up in the second rope.
It should have been Austin Theory.
Wow. Power being displayed by Chelsea Green.
Honestly, I would prefer it to be Austin Theory only because, unlike Bronson Reed, who injured him, and it's like, what the heck is he here for? Austin Theory could just be like another one of like, well, this kid got potential, and if he could stick with us, get like a Dominic Mysterio treatment or some such.
Piper Niven dragging Vega down off the top rope. This dude dropped her right up there on the turnbuckle. And now Vega with a headbutt, trying to battle back. Oh, Zelina Vega! Vega now. Chelsea Green in trouble. Zelina Vega from way up top. From the top rope.
Oh dear, she got a nosebleed. It was that easy. Oh dear, baby got a nosebleed, but is that real?
Zelina Vega retains the United States Championship tonight. Secret Hermes had no idea. They thought Chelsea was going to pick up the win.
Yeah, dang, that nosebleed caused that. I mean, that headbutt caused that.
Zelina Vega was setting Chelsea Green up for a code red to retain her title. She remains undefeated against Chelsea Green. She remains our United States champion, and Chelsea busted open for serious exam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, John Cena, the record 17-time champion, will take on the man who says he wants to return John Cena to his normal self. R-Truth. Cena and Truth coming up on Saturday night.
Cena and R-Truth next. Wow.
What's up, WWE Universe? Guess what? SummerSlam, that night, 2 nights, and I'll finally be hosting. Nobody gonna try me.
SummerSlam, a 2-night event at MetLife Stadium. 2-day combo tickets also now.
By the way,
Get yours today.
the American Music Awards is set for next Monday, so I'm gonna watch both at the same time. I'm going to have the AMAs on my mom's tablet, and I'm going to put wrestling on my real TV. But I'm just saying, expect me to watch both shows at the same time. But I'll wear earbuds so I can avoid copyrights for the music.
To the 4 parks.
And I'll definitely keep you in touch of who won if you're that curious.
It's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it. To wield its power.
The American Music Awards is the first place that I watch BTS on, and it sucks that they won't be on it for quite a while. But I'm glad, maybe whether it's next year or the next 2 years, it'll be back with them being traditionally on there. Until then, I'm glad Stray Kids is nominated for K-pop because I've grown very fond of Stray Kids since BTS's departure. Not a lot, but some.
Nice birdie.
Yes, he is a very nice bird.
Only pay for what you need.
I think the main event is Logan Paul and Jey Uso.
It's your
Hi
time
there.
to push your limits. U.S. Army Reserve.
Ya llegaron los Christmas trees, jugosos con un toque de pimienta y listos para dipping o para double dipping, triple dipping, siempre dipping. Los nuevos Christmas trees for dip, ahora en McDonald's.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Sherwin-Williams and transform your space with color. Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $34.29. Find your new color May 16th through the 26th. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Excuse me. Do you for those ultras?
Well, we're kind of high level.
Play for those ultras.
They got ultras.
I think I can throw the rest of this out because that rib was big enough for me to, like, be full.
El recurso más valioso del planeta. Wi-Fi. Y hay un boom de Wi-Fi. El Wi-Fi está booming. Experience.
Presenting Tyson. I eat Reddit owners chicken nuggets. Always been Tyson.
Hey, just announced John Cena, Logan Paul, Becky Lynch, and Tiffany Stratton will compete in Fanatics games at Fanatics Fest New York City, June 20th to the 22nd. For the first time ever, the world's biggest athletes, celebs, and 50 fans will take part in Fanatics games. The cattle style plus 8 fast-paced referee-led challenges, each testing a different skill. At stake, $1 million in prizes, leaderboard, glory, and bragging rights that will last forever. Emanating from the Jacob Javits Center. Don't miss the chance to see your favorite WWE superstars.
Oh, speaking of Tom Brady, he was actually here in Long Island a couple days ago. He was here in Long Island a couple days ago because my brother has a friend who works in Amazon packaging, and he had to deliver for a store, and he saw there was mad police cars near some store. I forgot where it was, but it was some stores, and they had to check him, make sure he was fine and all. So they had to make sure he was fine and all. But then when he got cleared, he was like, "Who's in here?" That's and then he's like, "Oh shit, it's Tom Brady."
Is here. Hall of Famer, cricket tag team, captivated audiences around the world. In fact, Jimmy Hart's Nasty Boys once beat the Bush Whackers in a Saturday night main event.
My brother was so upset though because he was like, why didn't nobody tell me? And he's like, I didn't know because he just only found out when he got there. Yeah, but you would think my brother being a big fan of Tom Brady, he would know where he is.
Tremendous event. It takes place again at the Kia Forum. It'll be on YouTube, WWE channel. And Pikay in action against Chad Gable.
I'm gonna drink in Prime Energy. Yes, I am. But not for Logan Paul, for show speed.
The next evolution over, of course, part of AAA, which was acquired by WWE. He's exciting. He's exhilarating. The man by Kingo. With a big ovation here tonight in Tampa. Saturday night's main event.
Now that it's empty, now that it's empty and lifeless, it'll be in the place where Logan Paul belongs. Garbage.
John Cena shows in the arena as there is everywhere. I'll be excited to see what the reaction, how well the retirement tour, in my mind, has quite gone the way we expect. R-Truth claims she's going to try to stop Cena. It is reality check time, and R-Truth's mind for the greatest of all time. Cena, Truth, live next on Saturday night's main event.
365 days a year. This is a calculated, coordinated production. It's time.
Good, now that I'm eating dinner, I can eat candy.
Where's the story during 2025? Put a rocket on here. Is everybody okay?
Well, payday this is also paid, see? Yes.
When you see challenges as opportunities, you make even the most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the all-new Passport Transport. Our most capable agent.
Financial planning can help keep your personal goals on track. But for some of us, a financial plan looks more like this. It includes building a legacy for your loved ones, college savings for your little ones. Maybe you're passionate about giving back to your community, or you want to pay it forward to causes you care about. At Thrivent, our business is helping guide your finances, but our mission is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
I got my candy sweet tarts again. I used to eat these a lot on stream. And one box lasts me a month.
Mom, Dad, we have a twin brother we never told you about. So, where is he? You.
Dave Beckham. Here, let me get you a cold one. Hey, Dave. Still got it? All right, I think I do.
Drink Stella. I have taste, David. Something I have to tell you.
So how famous are you? Like Matt Damon famous?
Maybe Ben Affleck famous.
At Avis, we rent cars. Unlike anyone else rents cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one plan. To make sure you keep yours.
Wow, I just posted my job, and ZipRecruiter is on it. It finds active, qualified candidates with the exact skills I'm looking for. I can't believe how I used to do it before. Carl, none of these candidates are qualified. Wrong skills, wrong experience. I don't know where to put this person. This guy was a cat influencer. Now, I'm getting people who are the best fit for my roles.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/peacock.
I'm the voice inside your head. And while you're typically athletic. Right now, Brick, you're pathetic. Shame.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, the cost of this could hit you out of nowhere.
Road trip.
From the hip.
Roll with it.
Prime tastes too terrible. Not to me, when you like sweet stuff.
So in reality, the RV.
Try a newborn. You never know what's in store.
My vibe has been jumping doing a mango refresher. I want to get that Starbucks, like, you know, boba lemonade, berry lemonade thingy. That's back on the menu, and I wanted to get it this morning.
Okay. You have so many expenses and now you're looking at.
But I instead decided to buy the bodysuit that I needed for the cosplay instead because it was on sale and I wasn't gonna let that go by me. Once I hear a sale, like, you know, a sale for, like, you know, Shein or AliExpress, I'm like, I take advantage of those sales because with the way things are to buy stuff overseas now, it's terrible, so I had to take advantage of every sale. How many TikTok followers do I have? Last I checked, I think I have 290.
Combo tickets on sale Wednesday with pre-sale Tuesday.
Hey, do you think Randy might save our truth during the match? That's not a bad idea. Well, I never said anything about surprise people, like, you know, surprise people cannot come, but I'm just saying no title changes in Saturday main event. But yeah, that's a possibility.
Beautiful night in Tampa Bay.
John Cena sucks. Read the description. I don't even have TikTok downloaded. Honestly, it's fine because TikTok is, like, you know, not good right now. Not since the man upstairs signed that stupid, like, you know, online bullying act, which people think is a good idea, but it's not, because now if you're considered crying on your camera, you could get like, you know, banned for that. Or just ranting about, like, your emotions, or just, like, you know, you can't even say, like, you know, the phrase "I'm so dumb," or, like, you know, "this is stupid." And no green screen. No respect for Lillian. You would think.
I still believe you are looking at the latest of all time, the 17-time record-setting world champion John Cena. A lot of people wearing.
Not John Cena. I mean, not R-Truth coming out to John Cena's music. Ron Cena. R-Truth's real name, Ron Jones, I think it is, or something. No, Ron Kelly. That's his name. Yep, that's the way. I like how they just make custom shirts for R-Truth, no matter what gimmick he, like, you know, is temporarily having, because that Judgment Day shirt that he had, I still want it.
John Cena is R-Truth's childhood hero.
Is this giving you, like, you know? Yeah, I knew it. I was like.
The official call to the bell. John Cena now assaulting R-Truth as the matchup just gets underway. Obviously upset with the fact that Truth came out here trying to be the good John Cena. I guess we put it. The WWE fans reacting positively.
There also be some PTSD,
previous days for John Cena.
For Mr. I don't care what you think, you sure care a lot.
Currently have 11 of the top 20 trends on X right now, and I think there's another one or two about to join. Cena and Ron Cena are putting on a fight here in Tampa. John Cena's last time.
Which is my favorite WWE superstar. Rhea Ripley is my favorite. Always will be.
Ron Cena lost those in his earrings, and John Cena disgustingly throws him back on top. Well, here in Tampa, Florida, John Cena won a 10th. He was ranked the 17 title back in 2011. It's 3 years.
You an asshole, yes, he.
Shoulder tackle by Cena.
Asshole, asshole.
He calls himself the greatest of all time. You call him the greatest of all time. A lot of people do it. Half this arena saying that he can't wrestle. I think he might have just pissed off John Cena. Now another shoulder tackle. Cena taking his time.
I know they were chanting you can't wrestle, but it sounds like you an asshole, which is not too far off.
For his vintage 5-knuckle shuffle, this connects. Vintage John Cena here. That's right, true. And an attitude adjustment too, though. It was sitting underneath, and R-Truth now looks to go on that shoulder tackle on his own. And then R-Truth another shoulder tackle. This looks familiar, a little deja vu. This is vintage Cena. That truth is put on display here.
You can't see me.
Listen to this place. 5-knuckle shovel by Truth. Truth got Cena up. Truth on an AA. Truth's is he gonna beat Cena? And a kick out by John too. Their fall by Truth. Using all of John Cena's.
Which is funny coming out with John Cena's entrance music. Yes, rightfully so.
John Cena should know every one of these moves better than anybody else on earth.
Pat McAfee. John Cena should know his own move.
Going after the goal. This group is whipped into the steel post now by Cena. Back into the ring, and what's he thinking here? We've seen him do this time and time again. John Cena with the title in hand. Again, the title's not on the line in this matchup. John Cena, I believe, just wants to embarrass and do damage to R-Truth tonight. If I or anything else. Can't use that, says Jason Ayers, the referee. Put R-Truth down for good. Maybe this is the moment. Maybe John Cena has reconsidered.
Maybe he's reconsidered.
So he looked in the eyes of one of his admirers and said, maybe this isn't the way I need to be. Well, listen to WWE fans. I mean, oh! Cena went low! AA delivered!
Poor Truth. I knew it was gonna be that way, but anyway, we got this. We got this match.
Well, John Cena suckered some of us in tonight. Decided not to use the championship, instead decided to go low once again.
Now, the time comes for. Never mind.
We had no reason for that. Yet another despicable act by John Cena. The GOAT grabs the title off the head of another victim as he walks out of here. The same way he walked in. But the problem with this WWE. Especially here in
I just hope that R-Truth doesn't, like, you know, have an existential crisis or something, because that would be painful to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, switching gears now, we're going to head into a matchup that's extremely personal. It has been violent, it has been vicious, it has been physical. And tonight it will end inside a steel cage.
Drew, it feels like we're stuck in a cycle. We sabotage each other until we destroy everything. I'm banged up, frustrated. Most of all, I'm pissed off at myself for getting stuck in this vortex that is Drew McIntyre's petty, childish, vindictive, and recycling.
That so-called Drew McIntyre vortex you're in is the only reason you're relevant. You're obsessed with me. You look at me and you see everything you've ever wanted. I am better than you in every single way. At Backlash, I would have been a Grand Slam champion if it wasn't for you. This has to end.
At Saturday night's main event,
He's on at work.
I want you to feel real pain.
He's born at
I
work.
want this to happen inside a steel cage.
Only one man is going to walk out of that cage. The other is leaving on a stretcher.
Violence. I hope this is what you wanted, Drew, because it's what you're gonna get. The cycle.
Did I enjoy the R-Truth and John Cena match? It was fine, I guess. I just really thought it would be like, you know, Randy Orton, like, you know, Cody Rhodes would show up and save R-Truth, but no. But I should have known better.
Or submission in a match presented by Dude Wipes, because wetter cleans better. It is a steel cage match. Priest McIntyre live at NBC.
You know that Seth Rollins almost got stabbed by the Elimination Chamber ring? He could have actually lost his life that day, but he didn't, because he like, you know, saw at last second it was coming down, so he moved out of the way.
WWE Battleground.
I can tell when someone's lying. It's kind of a thing I do.
Can you make me a drawing? Sure. It depends what it is. Do you like old WWE or new WWE episodes? I'm in the now, so, and I'm in the then too, but not as much, because I'm a 2000 baby, so you can't be in the then that much. But I'm in the now.
It's your time.
I reminisce when I feel like it, but until then, I look nothing more than the present.
More than 50 road tests, reliability surveys, owner satisfaction surveys, and safety ratings from IIHS. And for 2025, Consumer Reports' most reliable automotive brand is Subaru. It's no surprise they also named Subaru the best overall automotive brand. Safe, reliable, trusted, loved. Subaru.
Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, hechos para dipping.
Sorry.
Lo que significa disculparse con cada double dipping.
So sorry. Do you want it?
Ahora en McDonald's.
Sorry.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Sherwin-Williams and transform your space with color. Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $34.29. Find your new color May 16th through the 26th.
You should watch
Shop
Old,
online
then
or
you
visit
will
your
know.
neighborhood
You know
Sherwin-Williams
what?
store.
I'm pretty smart. I'm pretty smart on some of the old stuff of WWE, so
Put an ultra on it.
I'm not so oblivious.
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
I'm only oblivious to the stuff I don't know what happened, like, before I was born, but that's nothing a few YouTube videos or, like, a few, like, articles I can read can't help.
Queen is here.
Do you want to be an animated actor? If you had the opportunity to do so, can you see yourself doing that? I mean, yes and no, because I can do a pretty cute girl voice, or like, just the regular voice I have now, but to just like, do nothing but lines my whole life and just to be in a booth, nah, I don't think I could see myself doing that. Not full time, at least.
See the steps it takes to get it done right, and follow them.
But I've always, like, wished, like,
Because for 75 years,
if someone did an indie series, I could voice act for that. Because that's where, like, most of the voice actors get their big breaks from, either indie series or just, like, little skits on TV shows.
That's impossible to put into words. That's pretty close.
I'll make you a lullaby, like I did my sister. Oh, not those again. Like, I can see why people are hype about Lullaboos, but oh, what is this?
John Cena. Last time I seen you, I threw you out the window, Royal Rumble Moose.
That's good. Very funny. I'm glad you remember the last time we saw each other. I'm looking forward to the next time I see you. You see, there's something special about you being from one of the most prestigious families in the history of our industry and losing the World Heavyweight Championship to Logan Paul. Wouldn't it be something if when my clock strikes 0, I take this championship home with me, and that championship is around the waist of a YouTuber? Sounds like that would almost ruin wrestling. Gosh, that's a lot of pressure for you, Ashton. Good luck, champion. I'll be watching closely.
It doesn't change anything for me. It doesn't change anything for me. It'll just make me like Jey Uso more, honestly, and hate Logan Paul more. So that really doesn't really matter much to me. But again, I love Lullaby. I can't see the hype around it. Like, I can in a sense, but at the same time, it's just not cute enough for me. And I think that's kind of the point, because the whole point why they're so popular is because they're kind of ugly cute. And I get that, like, I get that's like, an obsession to a sense, but that's not the obsession that I have. I would rather collect Funko Pops or like a whole other blind box series than that blind box, honestly.
This guy right here, McAfee, tried to steal my record by getting into the ring as a color commentator. How dare you? Trying to do what Jesse Ventura did. The only
A very unique voice.
blasting you right now is because you lost. And Jesse won. I won. Let's get set for the steel cage match. Let's go to Lillian Garcia. That's why you're the body, brother. Well, actually, I admire Pat for doing it.
Hi there. Can I touch my... Can I touch your... Can you touch your toes to nose? Probably, but...
It's by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage
I probably can, but I'm not gonna because that's fan service and I don't do that. Am I going for Chelsea Green? I mean, I like Chelsea Green, but I love Zelina Vega even more. And that match already happened, so Zelina Vega retained just like I knew she would. There's no title changes in the underground match. At least I hope, because but I hate when they do that too, that they're putting so much hype towards Jey Uso losing, and that probably won't be the real result.
Couple prior steel cage matches in Saturday night's main event history. Both included Hulk Hogan, one against Paul Orndorff, the other against the big boss man. Drew McIntyre is on a mission to destroy Damian Priest. Yes.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you this. I can say this honestly, Pat. If it were Saturday night's main event back in the 80s, I do not think NBC would allow.
Did Jay won? It didn't even happen yet.
So the times indeed have changed. And you can get a cage match on NBC.
Well, they certainly have. And what these two men are about to do to each other inside of it, it's about to be tough to watch, I do believe, buddy.
Well, you know, the object is to escape. But I got the feeling neither one of these guys give a damn about escaping.
Who coming out of the steel cage to win?
Tonight on Saturday night's main event is presented by.
Is that a trick question? You know who I'm going for.
Better. With Drew McIntyre, this started a couple years ago in WrestleMania when he won the World Championship, held it for just over 5 minutes before Damian Priest.
Can you get my Insta? It's in my bio, but I'm just telling you right now, I'm gonna reject your DM. Let it be advised. If you follow me on Instagram, be my guest, but I'm going to reject most of your DMs. Like, I'll hear you out for maybe the first conversation, but if you want to gain a friendship with me through via DMs, you're out of luck, because I'm not trying to interact with my streamers like that. It's to protect theirs and my privacy. Did Roman return? No. Bronson Reed returned. He's the third guy now in Seth Rollins' faction. And oh my gosh, that mask is everything! Oh my gosh, that looked like a Fiend mask or something. Yeah, whatever. That looked like a Fiend mask or something.
Eliminated McIntyre from the chamber. McIntyre caused Priest to be eliminated from the chamber. McIntyre won at WrestleMania. They were in a fatal four-way war where
German, French, American, or other nationals.
Priest had his teeth knocked through his cheek.
Puerto Rican, Dominican, but I was born in the U.S. So.
Tonight they do it inside a steel cage.
And like I said,
well, that's good that you want to follow me, and I appreciate all the support, but I'm just giving it to you straight. Don't DM me.
Damian Priest, who recently had what he called the highlight of his career, and McIntyre wastes a little time. Going right after Damian Priest
Am I watching WWE? No, because it doesn't say that in my thumbnail.
On SmackDown last night. Drew McIntyre said it's on site. Remember, no disqualifications in this matchup, and McIntyre going to take full advantage as he sends some steel chairs into the ring.
And some luggage with you inside that steel cage.
Door slammed shut, and a match is underway, and Priest catches him with the right hand. Any strategy, Jesse, in a match like this?
No, it's what it is, survival. This is about survival.
Hi, Suave. You sure are late, but at least it's more lively, so.
You know, turnbuckles will be outdated right there. You know, you see that? So you ain't looking to hit up the man.
You're from Russia. Funny. That's where most of my streams get blocked from, only because of copyright. but it's minor copyrights, and no offense, but I usually don't care if it gets blocked in Russia because I live in the U.S., so people can watch from Russia. I'm fine with people watching it from foreign countries and all, but I don't think most of my audience comes from foreign countries, so per se.
McIntyre away.
Well earned, well deserved.
Understood. I respect your fans. This
His eyes gouged by Drew McIntyre. No rules.
So I'm not watching WWE? No, I'm not watching WWE.
Your referee, the only thing the referee can do is count them out. That's happening with Sean in this matchup. As McIntyre is taking
But I do know I can read my own thumbnails.
That he's been drawn into the Drew McIntyre vortex. And now Priest set into the steel cage. McIntyre is
Anybody bothering me tonight on art too? I'm sure.
With Thrivent, your personal finances aren't just personal. We help your money make a difference for the ones who matter most. Because helping you serve others is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more.
Am I being sarcastic? Well, sarcastic is kind of the nicer way of saying that. It's a kind of the nicer way of teasing, just in a non-rude way. So, yes. Dude, I am watching WWE, so enough with the trick questions already.
With Pikay, you get your prescription fast with Walmart Express Delivery. I wonder what else Walmart can deliver that fast.
I can get pissed off pretty easily.
Ooh. Chicken? Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you're not using Walmart Express Delivery for your prescription, you could miss out.
Wanted Chelsea Greenwood so badly. Not really. Because I don't want Zelina Vega to lose it that quickly. How about the new bloodline member? Doesn't make sense.
As a business owner,
Just like everything else in Seth Rollins' story.
ZipRecruiter has this feature called Zip Intro.
I'm glad Bronson Reason is back, but I don't know why is he back with him.
I just picked my top choices and talked to great people the very next day. The plan was to hire 2 people, but the candidate quality was so good, I wound up hiring 4 in a week.
Zip Intro. Post jobs today.
That's a green
Talk to
lobster man.
qualified candidates tomorrow. Try it free only at ZipRecruiter.com/geekop. The perfect morning calls for the perfect, ridiculously craveable pairing. Jimmy Dean griddle cakes. Your family's pancakey, sausagey, griddle cakey, sweet and savory favorite. Subway is the place to fill up on all the good stuff. Every irresistible sub is packed with tons of crispy, crunchy veggies. And you can plus it up with even more fresh flavor than Subway's irresistible signature sauces. And check out all the fresh sliced meats they're packing into every sub, like the footlong BMT with a whopping 54 grams of protein. And now buy any footlong in the app for just $6.99. Great bread, great meat, great sauce, great deal. Get on it, people. Order now on the Subway app.
Well, she did it, alright?
Unlike anyone else wrecks cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one
She
plan
lost, and
to make sure you keep yours.
and she was never going to win anyway because this is an underground match and nobody wins those.
How did they get there?
But I'm a little skeptical about this one, only because they're leading on to the fact, that Jey Uso might lose it. But I hope not, because that'll John Cena, as much as it pains me to say this, it's true. If Jey Uso loses to Logan Paul, everybody will hate. Everybody will hate it.
McIntyre just saved himself.
Hey, yo, that would have been game, set, match. Damian Priest would have been able to climb up over this fence and get the hell out of here. One of these guys have been eating steel here since the beginning.
McIntyre now, top rope. Priest able to duck underneath. Big kick by Priest. McIntyre back up. Priest catches him. Priest down. Somehow a choke slam. Priest for the win. Cover on McIntyre. And a kick out at 2. 2.5. And that is Priest.
I hope not, because if not, I will. I hope Logan Paul doesn't win, because as gross as it might sound, I will throw up the prime I just drank if so. I'm just kidding, I won't really do that, but it will make me want to throw up that prime I drank.
McIntyre inside the steel cage. Priest down, maybe trying to escape up over the top. His feet would have to hit the floor, and McIntyre playing defense.
Was that Blue Meanie was stand when John Cena came out? I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know. If he gets away, he'll make it. Dangerous position here. He's getting away. McIntyre's got him hooked.
My feed is a whole minute ahead of yours. Yeah, I'm aware. Most of, like, you know, the people probably watching right now, they're a few minutes ahead. But I have no idea, because I'm just on Peacock. I'm on my TV, and it says live now. It says live now. It's not like, you know. It's not like, you know, I can reset it so it could just go ahead. It's always like this.
I want to keep track of these referees and their timing on this 1, 2, 3.
Every ref has their own count. That's certainly a piece of information you have.
They all have their own count, but they need to be consistent with that count throughout the entire match. Indeed it is, the sold-out crowd of the Yingling Sound.
I want to play winners. I appreciate that, but honestly, I can hear, because my mom and my brother have it on their TVs too. But I just ignore it so I can, like, you know, actually get a real legit reaction. And I wouldn't want to celebrate or be disappointed too soon.
Perhaps coming from both McIntyre and Priest. And Priest is that martial arts background and a big right hand.
These men will fight forever, and they have. If you let them.
At this point, don't invest in Seth Rollins' storyline, because I'm really, like, you know, now being very vague on my opinions about Seth Rollins' story, because this is really a matter of trust the process and hope it'll, like, you know, lead up to a better story or ending in the end. But like, if we keep guessing or assuming or, like, you know, saying what it could do to make it better, let's at least, like, you know, see.
Well, he's got to speed up the ref count.
Okay, obviously, other than that, body, I think Drew McIntyre's...
Oh, don't lie. Oh, don't lie, Suave. They haven't even explained Bronson Reed's... I mean, they haven't even explained Braun Breaker's reason that much. They were very vague on his reason, so they're going to be vague on his reason, too.
As tough as they come, McIntyre now staring back down the steel chair.
For the hope of, like, you know, making this storyline, like, you know, better, I hope, like, you know, Bronson Reed is playing Seth Rollins.
And again, no disqualification. So the one and only time you can get away with that stuff in the ring. Again, your point that the official only counts the pinfallers and submission in this matchup.
I hope Bronson Reed is playing them. That's the only way this storyline, like, you know, could make sense right away.
Of course,
putting themselves in danger, obviously. They're in a steel cage.
Yes, they have the McAfee deal.
Always get paid in full, brother.
They got the McAfee deal, huh? No, because, I mean, they don't have to do anything to count pinfall. I would think you'd get a discount on that. Well, McIntyre now believes he's got this one won as he drags Priest back up. Oh, now, look at, now, the way that chair's positioned, this is how McIntyre beat Priest in WrestleMania. The time, the Claymore. Mrs. Priest. Into the chair goes McIntyre.
chair. He goes low. Then he go high.
Field position. Oh man, that's woohoo! Bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah, trouble eating for the next few months too.
Can I donate through Chime? No, I'm sorry, I don't have a Chime. But you can donate to my Ko-Fi. I appreciate donations if any of you consider or have. Thank you all so much. I have a Ko-Fi in the bio if any of you want to donate anything to me.
Isn't moving center of the ring. Priest with Seth Concerto. That is the same move that he used to eliminate.
Ko-Fi is basically the same thing. You donate to your favorite content creators, and you just give a cup of coffee. It's basically a cup of coffee, but the cups of coffee are our tips. So if you want to give a tip, you just send me a cup of coffee in whatever amount you want. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm so glad. I thought for a second somebody was going to stop him and push him back in there. I'm good. Horrible ending to a match. I didn't care. I just wanted this to be over and done with. I know this is it. They say this is the end of Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, but it ain't. And I'm getting flashbacks of when Edge was in Judgment Day. Did he get that idea from him?
That's your take, Jesse, of course, but nonetheless, that could have at least gone over the top of the cage if he's going out. McIntyre walks out the door. Give me a break. The one who is being attended to by emergency.
They're writing McIntyre on TV.
That was exciting, wasn't it? Walking out the door.
They need to give him a new gimmick already. Like people would love him again if he didn't get rid of his gimmick.
He thinks it was probably a show of greatness if you ask Damian Priest.
Well, he might think so, but I think he should have gone out over the top. Walk out the door.
Concussion storyline. Well, first it started with the eye. Now it's gonna continue with the head. What next? Is he gonna break his arm or his leg?
The medical personnel attending to McIntyre off the Concerto. McIntyre, he wants to walk out of his own power. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from our main event here tonight. The world champion, Jey Uso, will yeet into Tampa with the title on the line against the social media megastar Logan Paul. Uso, Paul, coming up next.
On June 7th, Los Angeles hosts 2 epic events.
How's Mom doing? She's doing fine. She's in the living room watching wrestling just like me. You know, an alternative way to donate to me is just to buy me email Visa card.
WWE Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank in Los
My email is pk225@gmail. So if you can all send me gift cards too.
Isn't always obvious.
Eczema isn't always red.
But now, eczema isn't always going to stop you. With Eblis. Eblis is is a once-monthly treatment to help those with moderate to severe eczema find real itch relief and real results. Like skin that's still more clear at 1 year. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Let her know the
Skin
Pikay
that's
crew have
still
her in
more
our
clear,
prayers.
even at 1 year?
Stop it! You make it sound like she's terribly ill or something. Please don't talk about it like that, because she really is fine. I would let you know if something was wrong, like really legitimately wrong with her. She's fine though.
It's your time to push your limits. U.S. Army Reserve.
Los huevos make crispy strips, hechos para
He
dipping.
said
Sorry.
why he walked out of the cage, he didn't like the end.
So sorry. Do you want it?
Our McDonald's.
Sorry.
Consumer Reports use drug tests, owner surveys, and safety ratings to name Subaru their 2025 most
That's
reliable
putting
and
salt
best
on the
overall
wound.
automotive brand. And the Crosstrek, a top pick. Safe, reliable, trusted.
And he don't have to stoop to Drew McIntyre's level. I think it's better this way because he could have just stooped to Drew McIntyre's level because let's think of it this way. If it was Damian Priest in the ring and he was like, all knocked out like that, Drew McIntyre would have considered walking out, but he would have turned around and gone back inside and put more assault to injury to Damian Priest, and that, would have been a facade, and then it would have made Damian Priest lose. It would make Drew McIntyre lose. Why do I always get those two mixed together? It would make Drew McIntyre lose if he went back in there. But my ending is actually better, actually.
Expectation defined. Awe-inspiring.
Yeah, my ending is better because I think that would make Drew... I just love seeing Drew McIntyre drove into madness. So, if Damian Priest was the one knocked out in that ring and Drew McIntyre walked out and had the opportunity to and went back inside to put more assault to injury on Damian Priest and hope that he was too knocked out to do anything, that would have been Damian Priest's opportunity to, turn the tables on him, and then he would have been good to go out the cage, and then that would have been even more crash out.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words.
That would have been a better crash out.
But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
And we're in Tampa tonight for Saturday night's main event, and the legends are out, including the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda, and Barry Windham. Both been Hall of Famers. In fact, Barry's a two-time Hall of Famer. They are here tonight. These two
Bray
won the
Wyatt.
first ever match.
Bray Wyatt's uncle. Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas's uncle.
Guys, we're sitting back and reflecting on this dynamic night we've already had. The code red from the top rope was Zelina Vega. Priest with the concerto and an exit. Cena with the win. But what's impressed you the most?
What's impressed me is then the return of Bronson Reed. I mean, this guy got injured a while back, and he just made a return tonight, crushing CM Punk. And he is going to be a force to be reckoned with real quick.
The tsunami off the top rope, that led, of course, the win by Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, as we are now, folks, just moments away from Logan Paul challenging Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Time to eat. You ready? I'm only ready. I'm only ready to give, to put my 4 inputs. I'll eat when they show the kid. I only eat when the kid is present to me because I love when Jey Uso. Nowadays he's made it a trend to hold the kid, but before he just stood next to the kid. This is all for the children.
Everything there is to do here in this industry, except win a world title. So Jey Uso, you have something that I want. You don't silence this noise. Cause you think after 15 years that I'll just hand this over to some punk ass YouTuber like Logan Paul? Stop! That title, I'm gonna take it from you. So Jey, enjoy it while you still can. Yeet! Super kick! Come Paul! Jey, you are not fit to be a champion. Logan Paul will be your new world heavyweight champion. Super kick of Logan Paul!
Jey Uso defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul. Will Jey Uso continue to get it done?
Forward! 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 Oh yeah, Paul!
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, 15 years ago,
Hey, hey,
Jey Uso
hey.
and his brother Jimmy debuted in the WWE on Monday Night Raw. Tonight,
Come on.
15 years later,
Come on, grab the little one. If there is one. Alright, guys. Like,
championship.
I swear.
Whole city on his back.
There's a kid. He looks like he's 9 though.
That kid is 4,000 times better than you, Cole. Something about deep in Tampa.
Title has only changed hands 2 times in Saturday main event history. Oh, you talking about Saturday night main event specifically? I'm talking about the whole time. I was talking about that. I would talk about underground matches in general, because that's what Saturday night main event basically is. It's just a televised underground match. And I was like, it's very rare for underground matches to have title changes too. I really only vaguely remember Finn Balor winning in an underground match for a title.
That's how it's done. Won't say what that was, but you know.
Ew.
Was that best?
When you wake up with pink eye, you get your prescription fast with Walmart Express.
House show, underground match. It
They
means
love this candy.
ew.
The best candy, guys.
No, it's not.
The greatest.
House show, underground matches, they all mean the same thing.
I just saw that Evolution is coming back too.
Yeah, that was always talked about.
Delivery for your prescription, you could miss out.
Mom, Dad?
Yeah, Evolution is coming back too.
Where is he?
He's talking about Hershey cookies and cream is the best candy. No, it's
Hold
not.
on. Hey, Dave. Still got it. Sorry, it's a thing I do.
Get out of here. You ain't a sponsorship.
Something.
Now pick it up.
You dropped it.
So how famous are you? Like, at the event?
Maybe Ben Affleck famous.
That's a shame.
It's the last time we
With
dropped my
Thriven,
candy.
your personal finances aren't just personal. We use money
It's got
as a tool to
delicious
help all
chocolate.
of the people we hold in our hearts.
If it was an ice cream, I would be like, hell yeah.
Would you put it in ice
It's
cream?
who
Huh?
You can put these in ice
where
cream.
money means more.
I'm talking. I don't want.
Like if you crush it up.
I don't want to crush that up in ice cream, because that's just white chocolate with cookies in there. And I
You
don't
won't
want.
really taste the chocolate too much in the ice cream.
Amplitude helps give you continuous protection
Especially
when taking
crush it up
advantage of
and
money,
grind it.
and it's proven superior to once daily PrEP in reducing the risk of HIV.
Because that's all that
You
stuff
must be HIV negative to receive Aperture and
not
get
chocolate
tested
chip.
before
I
each
know.
injection. If you think you are exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Aperture does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Aperture scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Aperture if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions.
Nah,
or
he
rash,
won't share
liver
that
problems,
because
depression.
he ate a
These
big
occur.
ass.
Get medical help right away. The most
He
common side
claimed,
effect
like,
is
you know,
injection
last
site
week when he
reactions.
bought it
Can't
that
bring
he
your
wanted a
A
small
game
one,
to
but he ended up
everything you do.
having to
Ask
buy
your
a big
doctor
one and he
about
dogged
Aperture.
that shit.
Marshall's buyers have a very
Like, I saw it.
particular set of skills.
Nobody else had it.
It don't matter. You said you want a little one. I'm like, huh, so much for wanting a little one.
Yeah, because I thought the last one we went, they had the regular size one.
Seriously.
Not that I know.
Their
It
highly
was.
trained deal-making
Because when I bought this one, Jay was like,
travel
he
far
tried to
and
do the
wide
regular
to
size, like a regular candy bar, and then he looked and said, oh, I forgot it's
We
king
get the
size.
deals. You get the good stuff. Marshall.
But I would have been happy with the king side if it's the same price as that.
Yeah, now it was no.
Try Tiny Cats Lightweight with astounding 21-day odor control. In the Tiny Cats Innovation Lab, we've got your back. Tiny Cats Lightweight.
I've never seen Logan Paul wrestle. Good. Close your eyes so you can keep it that way. I'm just playing. He's a fine enough wrestler, but he's only getting better because he wants to shut people up, not because he actually wants to be.
He needs to switch his music. His music doesn't really go with.
What are you talking about? He did switch his music. That's the whole thing why it's terrible.
Yeah, so.
Again, courtesy of Def Rebel and CFO.
Doesn't match his, like.
I liked his old music. That's what I keep saying.
I don't remember either.
It was just a guitar. It was just basically an instrumental guitar. It was just basically a guitar instrumental. It kind of reminded me of Seth Rollins a little bit, but I'm like, even that was better than this stupid crap that Def
Yeah, I
Rebel
like
made.
AJ Styles music.
Huh?
I like AJ Styles music.
I'm not talking about AJ Styles.
Quicker than any.
I'm not talking about AJ
I thought you said AJ Styles music. It's like, it was like it.
I said Seth Rollins music. It was kind of like that with his guitar instrumental, but they changed that to this monstrosity.
YouTube. It would bring all the prophecy true for John Cena. Something Cena's been saying for the past number of months.
Cena thinks I'm ruin wrestling, although if you listen to Logan Paul, he thinks it'd be great for wrestling and the business as a whole.
Logan caught Jay with an elbow.
Logan very good in between those ropes. Very well known around the globe.
And Paul now. Wow, what a blockbuster taken out Uso. The kick up by Paul. Tremendous athlete, former United States champion. The disdain of the WWE fans.
Jey Uso here, he's not going to underestimate anybody there because he's our world champion. Logan Paul does seemingly sneak up on people quick.
And Logan elbow, the top takes out the champ. Logan Paul could be closing.
I wish Shosky was here instead of you. I know you guys are friends too, but that doesn't mean anything.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey kid, It's pronounced Bibberty. 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 No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's enough, you two.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's two.
Only pay for what you need.
Between Molly leaving and Mom's osteoporosis, I thought life was gonna slow down. Boy, was I wrong. If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and are at high risk for fracture, Evenity can help you rapidly build new bone in just 12 months. Evenity is the only bone builder that also helps slow bone loss, and it's proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk. She said the Evenity she's taking builds new bone. Builds new bone! So yeah, we still bike, babysit, and brunch with the ladies. Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a heart problem. Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it, as serious events have occurred with Evenity. Signs include rash, hives, swelling of the face or throat, which may cause difficulty in swallowing or breathing, muscle spasms or cramps, numbness, or tingling. Tell your doctor about severe jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity. Report hip, groin, or thigh pain. Unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred with Evenity. Ask your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
Ned's excited for his big date, but he's wondering.
What if a flaky plan throws me off my game?
What if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or lungs. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and
We are back on Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso, the world champion, is rallying here against Logan Paul with his title.
By the way, if you're wondering if my weight came today, it didn't. So it's definitely coming on Monday, most likely.
A number of jabs early on, of course, setting up Uso for the titanium-plated right hand. Bang into the corner.
When my sister comes visit me during the summer, nah. She's just like us. We don't. She's just like us, really. She doesn't always have a lot of money to go to fun places or to take vacations like us. Just like us, she only has a little bit of money to always just keep her house and necessities and stability like us. But I always keep in touch with my sister. I FaceTime her like maybe three or 2 times a month.
Still young in his entirety. And Logan looking to put Jey Uso away here, perhaps. Marching around the ring with the world champion. Roll through again. Logan so impressive. Second rope, moonsault. Knees, and the knees right to the midsection of Logan Paul.
But I know I'm weirding her out every day by still being the tomboy I am, and even worse by dressing in all this J fashion and alternative fashion.
Pop-up Samoan. Covered by Jey to retain the title. And Logan kicks.
But I don't care. I'm the Bratz to her Barbie, so.
Logan Paul was going to say no loss after that pop-up Samoan. Getting ready to think Jey Uso tries to take over.
Logan Paul back to his feet as well. Main event Jey Uso. We're going to dig down deep. Looks like he did against Cooper back at WrestleMania. Paul trying to hang on. The turnbuckle pack.
Yeah.
Second turnbuckle. Ripped off, and Jey Uso now sends Logan out to the floor and into our table.
Jey Uso looking to fly.
And Jey now with a suicide dive, and there's that right hand. The right hand by Logan Paul caught Jey Uso. Now sends Jey into the corner. And Logan Paul caught the apron. There's that step shot. Oh, he got caught by the super kick.
I was like, it was that easy?
Great ring awareness by the champion Uso.
I think Jey Uso's wondering what it's going to take here.
Yeah, 15 years ago tonight, mentioned earlier, Jey Uso made his debut in WWE with colored jeans on Monday Night Raw. 15 years later, he's defending the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Saturday nights.
If Paul win, everybody is going to crash out. Yes, I'm going to be genuinely upset. I'm going to stop the stream without saying goodbye. That's how angry I'm going to be. I probably won't, but.
That hand is dropped, Jey, so many times over the last few weeks. Exposed turnbuckle into that massive right from Logan Paul.
Logan's got to be wondering, what do I have to do to put Jey away?
One more big right.
Hands right in, Logan Paul here tonight. Uso catches him with a super kick. Logan's down. Uso setting him up, looking for the frog splash to retain the championship. Jey from up top, frog splash connecting. Uso into the cover. Hooks the leg. Oh, Cena! John Cena just...
Oh dear. Cody Rhodes. I think I heard him. Yes. I was like, yep, Cody Rhodes would come back if this happened. Yep. Like, if Cody Rhodes come back, it would be for this reason specifically. But I don't care what these two got going on left over. Logan Paul still better not, like, you know, take advantage of this. Okay. Yes, he definitely got this. Yep. That's amazing. I didn't expect all this, but I had a feeling in case if John Cena decided to interrupt this match, that would be the only reason Cody Rhodes would show up. But it would have been worth it if he hadn't.
I'm sorry that the John Cena farewell tour rode right through Rhodes country. But I'm back. I'm ready to fight. You got yourself a partner in Logan Paul. I got myself a brother in the world. Heavyweight champion. We'll see you at Money in the Bank.
Well now.
2 weeks from tonight.
Well now, that's something I didn't expect to announce right here and now. That's kind of awesome. That was great. Because honestly, I would prefer this be a tag team rather than a solo match, because I can, as long as I can find someone to hate less, I'll be fine, because I don't hate John Cena that much than Logan Paul. So yeah, I'm glad for this match. John Cena can make me forget about hating Logan Paul just for a little while.
Potential.
Not by a lot, but a little. But this was a nice way to pass the time, as always. But I was confident in myself that there would be no title changes, and I was right. It's very rare. It's very rare that they win, like, you know, have title changes in underground matches, and if they do, it's like, you know, that's like, you know, all else fails sort of thing, like, you know, an emergency kind of route. But when did that happen? I am going to get made fun of this for you, but do you realize how beautiful you are? Nope, because you're not the first one, at least today, or in general on this channel, who called me that, and I appreciate all the beautiful compliments, even though, like, you know, I am I'm a little bit, like, you know, on the humble side, so everyone's beautiful to me. And if I am beautiful, it's only because I have beautiful people in my life that inspire me to be. So, thank you. But yeah, this was a nice way to pass the time, like I said. And now we got Bronzer Reed back, and it won't make sense on his explanation on Monday Night Raw, but it's fine. It's fine to see him back here. It's fine to see him back here because I honestly missed him, and I was hoping, like, you know, he wasn't going to be, like, you know, one of those wrestlers who are, like, you know, away for an injury, getting, like, you know, booted like most of the wrestlers, because usually it's like, you know, if they don't recover back in time, they usually get booted, and that's, like, you know, the sad part about some wrestlers that have been fired. But I'm glad that wasn't the case for him, because I was really worried about that, since nobody talked about him. That's only because nobody talked about him. But usually, if that isn't the case, they only don't talk about, like, you know, possible in-ring return or storyline works, because they have something planned and they want to keep it as secretive as possible. But it's good that he's back. But I hope for, like, entertainment purposes that he plays Seth Rollins some way. But that's probably not most likely to happen, because I would be probably more confused by that. I thought Bronzer Reed would come back as a babyface. I did too. I did too. Only because he wouldn't have gotten himself injured if it wasn't for. Was it Seth Rollins? I mean, not Seth Rollins. Was it CM Punk who did that? I mean, maybe that's kind of why the reason he decided to join Seth Rollins, because wasn't Seth Rollins the cause of his injury that put him on the shelf now? So I'm just, like, you know, trying to think on it more. But that's, like, you know, that's still, like, you know, it doesn't make sense though, because I know you're trying to get back at someone who injured you now, but why are you working with the person who injured you then too? Because that doesn't make it that much better. But whatever, I gotta trust the process on this Seth Rollins story, and I'm being as vague as possible on there. I'm not giving my real opinions on anything until I figure this whole thing out, which is going to take a long fucking time. Yeah, but thanks for watching and joining me as always, and going to be keeping on with the cosplay. I'm going to let you guys, like, you know, see all the cosplay whip that I have planned, because, like I said, I ordered my bodysuit today, so that should come, like, around next week. But as for the wig, it's most likely to come either on Monday or sometime during the week, because you can't guarantee, like, these overseas shipping anymore, because I ordered that like, you know, fabric that I ordered for the poncho that I made yesterday that I showed. I ordered that on May 2nd, and it arrived yesterday. So, like, you know, that was just, like, you know, the annoying part of the whole outcome, but it came anyway. So it says it'll come, like, you know, tomorrow or, like, sometime during that week, but I don't trust, like, you know, overseas shipping ever since, like, you know, this whole tariff crap ever happened. But that's what I'll keep in store for, and I'll keep you all the cosplay whip toward y'all, because this is definitely going to look to be a good cosplay, at least I hope. But it's a fun way to show Pride Month and show my colors, and I don't know if I should show you guys now, but I always have a Pride bandana, so I'm gonna be happy to bring this back out in a couple days. So I'm gonna wear that for the rest of Pride Month. So, and I still have my black one, but I just trade for a rainbow one when it's Pride Month. So that's always fun to do. But thanks for watching again, and if you want to like and subscribe, do so. Be a part of my PK crew, and donate on my Ko-Fi if you would like to. Any donation, little or small, everything means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Bye now.